it's your girl, Chronically Jess, and I'm chronically the illest. Yeah, yeah. I am here for part 3 of the Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome Society Social Media Challenge, and today we're talking about my symptom. They're not so pretty.
They're not so pretty.
That's why we're hanging out here in my bathroom. How did I know that I had Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome? Well, as we talked about, it can take up to 12 years for people, and some people, it takes even longer than that for them to even figure it out. That I can do things pretty easily. Oh, pulled my hair. Like this. Or like this. And it doesn't hurt me. Doesn't hurt. My bones are just built. My joints are just built to be able to handle it. Because of our hyperflexibility, we also get chronic musculoskeletal pain. This is because of our collagen production. We also tend to have very soft, velvety skin. Not only do we not have as many wrinkles, and we also don't have as many stretch marks. It also affects your ability to have strong muscles in your legs, as well as strong knees, strong bleeding gums, dental issues. Literally anywhere you have connective tissue, which is everywhere in your body, the tissue just can't hold together. And that's what the entire problem is. So it affects our skin, our joints, our blood vessels. Most of us have eye vision problems. And very well affect your hearing as well. Bleeding very easily. This can cause issues for a woman during her menstrual period. This also makes us kind of red flags when it comes to surgery. As I mentioned, I've had my artery rupture 3 times during surgery, bled out and ended up in a coma. Heart murmurs are very common, as are being double jointed. Oftentimes our wounds just do not heal like other people's. Poor wound healing is another issue. And ignore the fact that I've been painting because I am an artist and we don't have the prettiest of hands, but premature aging in your hands and feet, another sign and symptom. A lot of Ehlers-Danlos patients, myself included, get gastroparesis, which is a paralysis of the stomach. Oftentimes we have problems with things like TMJ, hips that pop in and out of place. Our knees sometimes will click very easily, just randomly. We have a very high pain tolerance usually, so we're able oftentimes to pop it right back into place without going to the ER or doing anything like with me needing medical supervision. Scoliosis is something that's very common for all of us, as well as easily torn ligaments and of course subluxations and joints that dislocate very, very Another symptom is very little stretch marks in places that you should have them. I have had arterial ruptures during surgery 3 times, bled out, coated on the tables very easily. Half the time I have no idea where my bruises even come from. I have translucent skin despite the fact that I'm quarter North Mexican Apache. The other symptom that I have a lot of is pain in my joints. It actually wasn't until last year when I started seeing Dr. Thomas Coyle, an oncologist and hematologist here in Cincinnati, Ohio, that we actually figured out that I had Ehlers-Danlos syndrome in addition to mast cell activation syndrome. So that's why my body thinks that I'm allergic to everything. Prior to that, we had no idea that my body just wasn't producing collagen the right way. So I personally had chronic vomiting syndrome, and I also had chronic diarrhea for years. For years, everyone just assumed that I had IBS, and then later, when the IBS medications weren't working and were making me even sicker, then we thought that I had Crohn's. And when I say that, I mean, I literally quit a job because I had the most embarrassing moment of my life, and you guys can just figure out what that was. For me, I lost about 80 pounds in 1 year. I started out at 210 and I got down to actually was 122, which I'm 5'7", guys. So 122 does not look healthy on me. I'm not even gonna lie, I like a body like Beyonce. I like having a little bit of curve to myself, and I definitely did not have. I hope you guys have been more educated about Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Each different type is so different. Each person is so different. A lot of people have comorbidities. Comorbidities. A lot of people have comorbidities and co-diagnoses that change basically how their Ehlers-Danlos syndrome presents itself. So if you've met one person with EDS, you've met one person with EDS. But thank you guys for taking the time to get to know all about Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Thank you for getting to know me and my symptoms. And make sure you hit subscribe, like, comment, follow, and share for more videos. It's Chronically Jess, and I'm chronically the illest. Out.